Well, hey everybody, today I've got two really cool brand new Atlas diesel locomotives, an ES44AC and an SD70ACe, and they're both coming up right now on Eric's Trains. All right, so I got a box with some Atlas orders in it, and among those were two new locomotives. I know one of them is an ES44, and I think the other one is the SD70ACe I ordered. We'll find out when we unbox them. Real excited about these. These are ex-MTH locomotives that Atlas is now making under their name. So basically, they're MTH locos with Protosound 3 and all that stuff. They're just now being made by Atlas. They're even made in the same factory that MTH use. So basically, if you're used to MTH locomotives, these operate the exact same way. All right, so here's the box that the locomotives came in. Now, on the box itself, it just says ES44, 3-rail Premier ES44 locomotive, Canadian Pacific, Every Child Matters, number 8557. But I know there's two locomotives in here because it's really heavy. And I think the other one is the Montana Rail Link SD70, but we'll find out for sure when we pop the box open. And by the way, on the same night that I'm unboxing this, I've got a ton of other boxes waiting to be unboxed to the left of me. Yeah, there's a huge pile just to the left of this table, and I have to unbox all that stuff tonight as well. So it's going to be a long night. Anyway, it's a good night, but a long night. So for today's unboxing, we're going to use this guy. This is a Buck Nobleman. And it's not a very fancy knife, but it's special because Lisa bought it for me on Valentine's Day. It was one of her little Valentine's gifts for me. So, yeah, there's definitely two locomotives in here. There we go. And you can tell right away these are ex-MTH locomotives because they're using that honeycomb style box that Atlas is using for all their Premier locomotives, which are ex-MTH. So let's check out the box tag. Canadian Pacific, Every Child Matters, 8757, 3-rail. And again, that model number is 301-38178. And yeah, it's an SD70, Atlas O Premier SD70ACe, Montana Rail Link, Essential Workers, 4404, model number 301-38148, and this is the 3-rail version. It's too bad Montana Rail Link is not around anymore, but I'm still a huge Montana Rail Link fan. All right. Really excited to see this. Oh yeah. Wow, that looks great. Now what's interesting about this is that I already have MRL 4404 in my collection. However, it's the Lionel version. So it'll be interesting to compare and contrast the Atlas/MTH version against the Lionel version. I would imagine that this one is going to be more prototypical than the Lionel version. The paint job is probably more accurate, but the sounds on the Lionel version are probably fuller, you know, with that excellent Lionel bass and so forth. So it'll be interesting to put them next to each other. But yeah, this looks fantastic. So now let's check out the ES44. There's the instruction manual, by the way. All right. By the way, I didn't mention it with the MRL SD70, but these come with these plow attachments and screws, so you can attach these to either the front or rear of the locomotive. I usually put them on the front. And they also come with spare traction tires. Now this one, I kind of forgot what it looked like when I ordered it. So this is going to refresh my memory as soon as I see it. Oh yeah. Wow, look at that. Wow. That is beautiful. You know, I said I'm a big Montana Railing fan. I'm also a big Canadian Pacific fan, as many of you probably know. And when I saw this in the catalog, I had to have it. That looks amazing. I've never seen an orange Canadian Pacific locomotive, and here we have an orange ES44. Every child matters. That looks so awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and get both of these on the layout. All right, so here they are on the layout. And, you know, I want to take a moment to sort of lecture and rant about Atlas a little bit, because it amazes me in this day and age that there's a lot of people in this hobby who still have not tried anything from Atlas. I hear it all the time from people where they say, Atlas isn't really my thing, or I haven't really looked into Atlas very much. And if you're one of those people, that is a mistake that you need to rectify ASAP, because especially, you know, Atlas has made great models for many, many years. They're actually celebrating their 100th anniversary. But in particular in O scale, in the last 2 or 3 years, they have been firing on all cylinders, especially since they acquired some of the tooling from MTH. I mean, they are making some of their best O scale models ever. And I mean, they're on fire. They really can't be stopped. And stuff like this is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, for example, not only does Atlas have XMTH models with Protosound 3, but now, as of the latest catalog, they are starting to retrofit some of their older Atlas models with PS3 rather than that crappy, you know, half-assed TMCC that Lionel licenses out. They're putting full PS3 into a lot of their older models, which is awesome. And even cooler, you know, Atlas has really never done steam. They did an O-scale steam engine many years ago. It wasn't that successful. Since then, they've never touched steam, but they are bringing it back. They're doing a new 280 steam locomotive that is made from X-Weaver tooling, which is fascinating. That opens up a whole realm of possibilities, because we know that Atlas acquired a lot of Weaver tooling back when Weaver closed in 2014 or so. But up till now, they've never done any X-Weaver locomotives. And if they're doing this one, hopefully they have other X-Weaver locomotives in the stable. Man, it would be so cool if they brought back the Tennessean or the Black Diamond or the BP20. So yeah, this is a very exciting time, and the future of Atlas is looking very bright right now. And if you haven't gotten on the Atlas boat yet, what are you waiting for? Okay, end of speech. Atlas didn't pay me to do that, by the way. I am just a huge Atlas fan. I have been for many, many years, and I'm even more so now. So anyway, these models are absolutely gorgeous. Now, if you've got an old MTH SD70 or ES44, these are going to be pretty much identical. The only difference is the box they come in, and there's an Atlas stamp on the bottom rather than an MTH stamp. They're still made in the same factory that MTH used, so almost literally they're identical to the models that MTH made. And that means they're going to have great build quality, excellent detailing, a perfect paint job, and Protosound 3 on the inside. So construction-wise, they've got ABS plastic bodies, sheet metal frames, die-cast metal trucks and couplers and fuel tanks. And then they've got little brass details here and there for like the metal screens and the grab irons and stuff like that. And then of course you've got all LED lighting and a fan-driven smoke unit for the smokestack. So let's go ahead and get some stats on these things. The SD70 is, roughly 18 inches long. The ES44 is about 17.5 inches. And let's get a weight. So the SD70 comes in at 6 pounds, 8.4 ounces, not bad. And the ES44 comes in at 5 pounds, 10.6 ounces. Again, not bad. I measured the pulling power for each of these, and they came in right around the same, about 2 pounds, 8 ounces of pulling power, which is pretty healthy for something this size. And in case you're wondering what that means in terms of how many cars you can pull, with 2.5 pounds of pulling power, you should be able to pull maybe 30 to 35 cars easy. Okay, next we're gonna have a little bit of fun. Now, I said during the unboxing that I've also got the Lionel version of 4404, so let's bring that up. And there it is. And you know, usually when you're comparing Atlas to Lionel, Atlas is going to have the upper hand in terms of accuracy and how true it is to the prototype. But I gotta say, Lionel also did a great job. Both Atlas and Lionel did a fantastic job with both of these. If we do a side-by-side, you can see there are a few little differences here and there, but the colors are pretty close and the decoration is almost identical. And really, the only variations are little teeny differences in the model itself. In terms of the paint job, I think both of them look fantastic. And just for some added fun, let's do a comparison between the sounds on the Atlas model versus the sounds on the Lionel model, and you let me know which one you like best. Oh heck, while we're at it, let's do a sound comparison between the Atlas ES44 and a modern Lionel ES44, which just happens to be the Eric's Trains ES44. And once again, let me know which one you think sounds best.
Calling dispatcher, over.
We're ready. Is it okay to pull? Over. Please hold at your location. Out. Dispatcher, going to the register room to sign out. Out.
Now, unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, depending on your point of view, the Atlas model cannot run with the Lionel model because one is using the legacy command system and the other is using Protosound 3, and they can't run together. However, that's not a problem for me because, well, I've got two Lionel Montana Rail-Link SD70s, but in addition to the Atlas SD70ACe here, I've got 5 additional MTH Montana Rail-Link SD70s in my collection, so I've got a total of 6 Protosound 3 Montana Rail-Link SD70s. And just as icing on the cake, I've also got an MTH Montana Rail-Link SD45. So yeah, I've got no shortage of PS3 equipped Montana Rail-Link locomotives. All right, the last thing we're going to do before we start both of these up is... All right, my pick for BFIMO this time around is the paint job. The paint job on each of these locomotives looks amazing. I've seen the other road names that Atlas did in the catalog, and they look awesome as well. You know, you can always count on Atlas to do a great job with the paint, and that's exactly what they did here. Okay, now we're gonna take these for a spin around the layout. You've already heard the startup sequences on both of these locomotives, so I'm gonna skip that and we'll go right to the running session. However, I will stop these in the middle for the PFA announcement sequence, which on each of these is really cool.
clear the crossing. We'll meet number 5 there. Copy, dispatcher, over.
Copy Q. He ought to be there in about an hour. Number 4 out. You guys clear number 1 yet, over? Reported clear main lines 1 and 2. They're back normal, over. Thank you. Wow. Come on, dispatch, tower, over. Yeah, would you let my switch crew cross power over right now, or no? Yeah, over. They're ready to go. Number 5's there, over. Alright, it'll probably take about 5 minutes to get ready. Alright, 4 out. Thanks for your help today, over. Well, thanks for keeping us moving. Thank you. We're out. Is she ready to go? She's in good shape.
Local freight calling dispatcher, over.
This is dispatcher. You want clearance out of the yard, don't you?
That's correct, over.
I've got good news for you. You're next in line. I just need to check and see if track 2 is clear. Stand by, over.
Roger that, dispatcher, standing by.
Okay, we had freight on number 2. He's clear. There's a foreman who wants time on track number 1 soon. Okay, I can put you on track 1 right now if you're ready to go, over.
I'm ready now, over. Dispatcher, I've got a proceed signal and I'm moving out, over.
Roger that. Have a safe day. Dispatcher out.
Local freight out.
All right, so there you have it, the brand new Atlas 3-rail O-scale SD70ACe and ES44. These are both fantastic models, and I'm really glad I picked these up. If you'd like to get one of these for yourself, the retail price on the SD70 is right at $650, while the retail price on the ES44 is a little bit higher at $680. But of course, if you go through a good Atlas dealer, you'll likely be able to get a little bit of a discount off those full retail prices. So if you want more information, contact your favorite Atlas dealer or go to shop.atlasrr.com. If you'd like to support this channel, I would greatly appreciate it. That can be done through Patreon at patreon.com/ericstrains. Patreon supporters get access to all sorts of perks and benefits, and you can read about those benefits on my Patreon page. I'd like to put a big thank you out there to all of my current Patreon supporters. Your support means the world, not only to me, but to the future of this channel. And an extra super big thank you goes out to my premium tier Patreon supporters. You'll see their names at the end of this video. Lastly, if you'd like to pick up some Eric's Trains merchandise, you can check out my online store at ericstrains.com/store. You can get t-shirts and jackets and sweaters and mugs and coffee cups and all sorts of cool stuff, so feel free to check that out. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. I'm Eric Siegel. Thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time. To discuss this model and any other O-Gauge trains, check out the O-Gauge Railroading online forum at ogrforum.ogaugerr.com.